It's the only take we
Like our
need.
hats.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice. I love them. They look good. That's actually good.
You
It's a
got one
good
too?
starting point. You guys think he's gonna win?
I really don't know. I really don't know anything about.
I don't
like,
really watch the
politics.
news. I just love him. He's the fucking man.
Yeah, he's a little out there for sure. I think it's gonna be. Here's my thing. I just don't see how Biden can win. To be honest with you,
That mic came out of
dude,
fucking
that's what I'm
nowhere.
saying. It was far, but it's
Wait,
okay.
it's Biden and Trump going for election again, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how people could like. It's sad. He's so old, and I feel like if he does win, he might pass away in office, which is crazy to say, but it's true. Like he's getting
old.
getting old. I
Isn't
would
he
hate to
80?
see that.
They're
Or
both
80?
getting old.
How old is he? Like 84? I
81.
think. 81.
Holy shit.
We have someone that's 81 years old in office. Good job, America.
It's the greatest country in the world.
Can
No,
you,
but
Lucas, can
but I'm not-
you vote?
I can vote.
you're gonna be able to vote. Do you turn
Tanner,
in?
you can vote.
No, Matt, I didn't know if you were from America.
What?
That's the truth. I didn't know.
No, yeah, I can vote. I'm from America.
Why is my
Like, my dad can't vote.
Oh yeah,
He can't vote. He's not a citizen.
I never thought of that.
But everybody else can vote. Even Blake can vote.
Are you gonna vote?
Yeah, I'm going to vote.
Wait, do you turn 18 before? Are you 18?
I'm 18. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't turn 18 until like college. That's why.
And I got an early birthday.
What's your birthday?
November
Uh,
2005.
Yeah, you are old for your grade.
That's wild. I'm 2005 too.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not much younger.
Yeah, I'm
than
an
you.
03. I'm really not that much older than you guys.
Nah, you're old, bro.
I mean, that's kind
You're
of
almost
crazy.
as old as Biden.
Well, I should be a sophomore.
So me and Lucas, we had the idea coming into the podcast. We wanted to get deep, talk about something deep. You got any ideas, Xander?
Deep in what way?
Should we just
What are the
ask
kinds of deep?
All right.
I don't know. You were telling me you want to get deep, so
I mean, I got a
You know what?
question.
Lucas, what's your biggest fear?
All right, that was my question. My biggest fear is probably dying alone.
that means you're gonna
Why?
die.
Why is that
alone.
your biggest fear?
I don't know. I don't being alone. Why is it dying alone?
Well. Here's this. How are you alone? There's a difference between solitude and loneliness. You could be alone, but have solitude if you're with yourself. Get what I'm saying here?
Oh my.
All right, so like, look, I'm alone right now. No one's in this room, but I'm not lonely.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because I have.
Oh, so
I'm-
lonely and yeah.
So I'm within
so you're saying,
myself.
what's
So if you have solitude,
ex-
you're never lonely.
Explain the difference between loneliness and being alone.
Loneliness is more like a feeling. Being alone is like a physical presence. Like you could be lonely but still be around a bunch of people. But
Yeah.
so the main thing I'm saying to you, Raiden, I know it's not Raiden, but it says fucking Raiden. The main thing I'm saying to you is you can be around a bunch of people but still feel alone. So you need to work on having solitude. So no matter where you are around, you could be alone physically or with a bunch of people, you'll always be within yourself. Bang, philosophy for you. Philosophy class.
That's a reel right there. We're gonna clip that.
You should.
Bam.
What a
Bam.
great
Up.
clip. All right, end it there.
Now, Lucas, though, doesn't everybody die alone? What do you mean by your biggest fear is dying alone?
Oh,
Like
alright.
dying.
I wouldn't say dying alone. All right, it's dying alone, but just the fear of being alone.
Well, we'll be
Like
by
he
your
was saying.
bedside. We'll wherever.
You hold my hand.
Yeah, me and Tanner will hold your left hand. I'll hold your right, and You won't be
Dude, you
alone.
know there's these new things where when people die, they put a QR code on their grave and it shows all their memories if you scan the QR code.
That's actually
videos of them
sick.
and stuff.
Are you
I
serious?
saw it on a couple of TikToks. Yeah, they you could put a QR code on the grave and you scan it and it shows
That
them who they
person's
are.
like a little
Yeah, the
iMovie
person's
somebody
history.
made.
Yeah.
So like them growing
Dude,
up, or like
that is fucking genius. Are you kidding me?
It's such a good idea. I should have came up with that. That was a smart idea.
Dude, that's still.
Whoever
I mean,
did
that's
that.
so new that you could still. So you could create videos for people. That somebody sends the contact, you make content. You edit all the videos for them, and you like in loving memory, you just make an edit. That's a fucking
Yeah.
great idea, Tan.
I know. But it already exists. Someone did it.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm
but you can
sure
still-
one person can't do every single person that's dying every day. You know,
Xander, what's your biggest fear?
spiders.
Get deep, bro. Don't just say spiders.
I mean, divorce. That would be like very upsetting to me.
You getting divorced or your parents getting
Oh
divorced?
no, me getting divorced. Like I just feel like I want to like be in love for. I don't know. I feel like being in love is so important. Like that's such a cool feeling that I don't feel like I ever get to experience. And I'll just know like whoever it is, like they're the one, and I'd never ever like want anything to happen to that. Like it's just forever, you know. And I think that's hard to find, but I think that's a big part of life.
Dude, marriage is such a big deal in my mind. Like, it's so scary that if you marry the wrong person, it could just change your whole life.
100%.
I totally understand that fear.
I mean, yeah, it's a big commitment. You're basically signing to like share a life together, and you gotta. It's really hard. I mean, I'm not fucking married, but it's hard to even hold relationships with your friends. Imagine like a significant other. It's not easy for sure.
Yeah.
would you sign a prenup?
Definitely. Are you kidding me? Come on.
If you guys were in a marriage, would you split the money with your wife?
Absolutely.
Would you have a shared bank account, or would you want
Whatever
you
is
and her?
mine's hers. I mean, I'm gonna be. I mean, if they want to work, great, but they don't have to. Like, they like whatever they want to
I'm
do.
pretty-
They have dreams. I'll support their dreams. If they want to be a stay-at-home mom, fuck it, be a stay-at-home mom. But I'm gonna get the work done. They want to go to the mall and buy 50 purses. Go to the mall and buy 50 purses. I don't give a fuck.
You're hyped up today.
I'm just pumped. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really talk about that because I've never been in that situation where I would trust someone with all my money.
Well, dude, I feel like what do they? I don't know. It's different. I don't know. I feel like when you're in a relationship for that long and then you end up marrying somebody, I'm sure that's your least of your worries. I mean,
So if you got married, how long would you wait to ask them to marry you?
I mean, it all
If
depends.
you were in a relationship.
I feel like you either know or you don't. I really do. I feel like after even the first like month you're dating, you either know or you don't. But I mean, it's so stupid. There is like a written rule, like you have to be dating for 3 or 4 years, and you got to move in together. And that's just so stupid. Really, just think it depends on everybody. Like, didn't your dad know right away? And like, he kind of didn't they date for like 6 months or something?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure your parents didn't even like. That's sick to me. Like, I literally, if I date for 5-6 months and I'm at the age where I'm ready to like commit, and I just know it, I'll do it.
My friend's dad, he knew right at first sight. He knew after the first date. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna get married."
Yeah. See, what's the point of waiting? I mean, you have to be at a certain age. Like, if I met a girl, for example, that I knew I could tomorrow, I'm just not in a position to get married right now. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So would you wait till you're in the position
Yes,
to
I
get
would.
married, or
Yes. I mean, there's certain things you need. You know, you need to be financially stable before you commit to a marriage. You need to have your own place before you commit to marriage. Like, my parents are paying my rent right now. Like, I'm not in a position of I'm going to school for the next 7 years of my life. You know, I'm just not in a position to.
So, like you said, right now, are you in the position for a relationship right now, even though it's not getting married?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think that for me right now, that's not what I want. I'm just trying to focus on me, and I'm about to I'm about to have my senior year, which is a really big year for me. Then I'm gonna start applying to med school. So I think right now I'm not really in a position to do that. The same way it's hard, like when I had a girlfriend in freshman, before freshman year going into college, that was hard too. That's a be long distance. Like, no, I wouldn't. I'm not.
Mhm.
I'm open to it, but I'm not looking.
Yeah, so if it happens, it happens.
Exactly. What do you guys do? You guys are always looking, or well, you have a girlfriend, Tanner. You always have been fucking.
Yeah.
He's got it going.
Yeah.
baby.
So back to what I was saying. If it happens, it happens. Like, I feel like when it comes to meeting someone that you want to potentially date, you know, you cross your paths align, and then it's like if you connect, you're good to go.
Yeah, I feel like looking is not the way to do it. I feel like it's more just the right. It just comes. You know. I feel like you just know though. Like I've had a girlfriend in the past where I just knew it was never. It was just. But I've had somewhere like you see
The
potential.
whole time you knew it was never gonna work.
Yes, 100%. For one of them, yeah, 100%. Well, honestly, like
But the other one,
yeah, there's one where I definitely thought for sure at the time, like for sure, there's like I wouldn't be surprised, but you know, like I'm young and I wasn't really in the position to like I'm young to think that, you know, I got to live my life, and if it works out, it works out, you know.
Do you ever think that, let's say you're dating a girl, you're talking to a girl, and you think she's the one, but she doesn't think you're the one? Does that ever like just
I don't
how
know.
does that
That's
make
never
you?
happened. I mean, I'm not like haven't dated.
wait, what's your question? Has that ever happened to us?
No, it's just
Or-
like, has that like ever been a thought in your head, or like when you're dating someone?
Mm-mm. Usually, I feel like the girls like the
Right.
guys more,
Yeah, are you okay?
right? Like Tanner, do you feel like? Oh, all right. But I feel like the girls just genuinely like usually like the guy more. But I mean, I'm sure that happens all the time where the guy want like
Here,
asks her.
I'll talk on that. I think that the guy, I think the girl likes the guy more usually, but the guy, I think the girl, no, I think they like each other evenly. Just the girl shows it more.
Yes, that's perfect. Well said.
That
well, I
that's
agree.
true. Because I think the girl shows more affection and shows more love
And
that the guy doesn't know how to show. They show it
Yes.
in ways that it's harder for them to see.
girls are more emotionally mature than men too, so that also plays into it.
Yeah.
That was really well.
Do you guys
said.
believe in?
I totally agree with
Do you
that.
guys believe in right person, wrong time?
Yeah, I think so. People say, I bet this
No.
girl 2 years later, like she would have been the one. I mean, that happens all the time.
We got a no and a yes. Let's hear it, Lucas.
I mean, if you really wanted to date that person or be with that person, you would have made it work no matter the situation. If you both really loved each other, that's why I say it's a no.
So Lucas says that it's a no because if it's the right person, any time should be the right time. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but dude, there's just times when it's like we're out here across the fucking world from each other. That's the wrong time, in my opinion.
I mean, how are you gonna meet that girl like across the world?
Well, you
bro?
meet them and they move away for work, or you know, they
Then is it just not the right person?
could be just. I just think it's more the wrong time.
So if it happens naturally and you see them again, then it's
Well, you
the
reconnect in like 3-4 years when you actually have time to commit to somebody. Just because you can't commit to somebody doesn't mean they're the wrong person. It just means that right now you can't commit to something so serious, you know?
Mhm.
yeah.
Like I think you need to see that person like when you at least when you're getting to know them like every day or at least every other day. Like it's hard when you don't do stuff like when you don't. Like it's nice to be in a relationship that you like really, really want to be in. Like if you don't want to be in it, that's not fair to her. You know?
Or him.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like you're doing an injustice for anybody to be in it if you're not like fully committed. What's your biggest
you got any
fear,
other-
Tanner?
Mine? Shit. My parents passing away.
Yeah.
I mean, it's new. It's a new fear. I don't know, because my friend Ryan at North Broward, he passed away. He got in a motorcycle accident, and it just made me realize how fast people's lives can go.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
And
that. I heard about that.
that's all right. And then it's just I went to his house and his parents were so sad about Ryan's life. I said bye to the dad, and the last thing he said to me was, "Don't forget about Ryan." And it just shows how much your parents care about you.
That's so sad.
And they're the closest people to me, and I don't even know what I would do if I lost them.
Yeah, dude, it's
Yeah, that's
not
my biggest
easy.
fear.
That's a scary fear, man. I mean, it's gonna happen one day for everybody, but I think that's what makes the way I see it is that's what makes life so special. That it doesn't last forever. Because if it did, it wouldn't be special. So I feel like without death, you can't have like love, or like you can't really have the feelings of it always being there if you don't have it. So
Yeah. I have another question. What's the biggest for both you guys? Lucas, you can answer first. What's the biggest challenge that you had that made you grow? The biggest growing experience you ever had?
I'm gonna pass this one to Xander.
Something that
first.
flicked the
Give me
switch.
I need to think about this one.
Here, I'll get my experience,
Yeah,
and then you
you
can
go.
say yours. So when I was in Thailand, that I gotta say Thailand, my parents, they put me in they didn't put me, I asked to go, but I didn't realize it would be like that. I think I told the story on another podcast. I was in this the Tiger Muay Thai room. It was like got bugs in it and everything. My parents went away to a hotel. They had fun. Well, I wanted this. I wanted to train. I wanted to fight. So it was my first time really alone across the world from stuff that I'm comfortable around. And I went, I did training, did all that. And then my mom ended up moving me out of that place. This is before they went on when they were still with me. And they moved me into a nicer place that didn't have bugs, but it was still on the street where the Tiger Muay Thai was on. And I got very sick. And a week later, me training, I hated it. I wanted to leave so bad. I got sick. I was stuck in my room because I had a fever. I had a sore throat. And I called my dad. I said, "Dad, I want to leave so bad. Like I hate this. I'm sick. I really want to go on a plane on leave. I don't you guys, I can go by myself." And he said, "No, you're sticking through this. Like you could either get through this experience and be a stronger person mentally and physically, or you can fail and just there's nothing, you're not learning anything from this. You're just learning that if you complain, you can get right out of it." So I ended up sticking through the sickness and I ended up losing 40 pounds and won my fight. And it was just a huge growing experience for me. And without Thailand, I wouldn't be where I am today.
that's awesome. I love that your dad made you stick it out. I mean, yeah, I could tell, like, dude, like just confidence wise, like positively, like the way you interact. I could see that you grew a lot, and I think that experience was so important for you. But that's a great story. Was it?
What about you?
What was the like? Why did you want to quit though? What was so bad about it? Like, was the
Because I've never been through an experience that was that hard. That was the hardest thing I've ever been through. I was in a place where I had no friends. I didn't even know what the street was called I was on. Oh, the only thing I knew was there was a gym that I went to, and then I stayed at this place.
What was your day
I
like?
wasn't near my.
Like, did you ever go out?
So-
Or
I mean, I started going out later after the sickness when I started making friends. I started going to fights, started going to the dinners at the barbecue. They had a barbecue beat down that I started going
and
to.
you made friends there, and it became better.
Yeah, I made friends, but it was my mindset. I was thinking so negative. And the thing that flicked the switch was there's no way out.
So you
Right?
just
I
knew
need
to
to
make
stick
the
through
best
this.
of it.
Yeah. Because the hardest things in our life is the things that we learn from most.
100%.
And that's the biggest challenges or that's where we take that's where we learn everything from. And it helped me a lot.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's a great reflection of like your character. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lucas, you
Sort of.
have anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I don't think I have a flight or a fight experience like that, to be honest. I don't think I've gone through something like you've gone through to really like change my life yet.
Did you haven't gone through anything yet?
I mean, if you count a breakup as something, but other than that, not really.
You said breakup.
Yeah, if you kind of break up,
The breakup is big. Like that's not a small thing.
Yeah, the way you bounce
it is a
back
big
from
thing.
one.
Yeah, I mean it hurts, but the motivation it gives you is insane.
Yeah,
Right.
it does give you a lot of motivation. Like I think after my breakup, I hit like 225 at the gym. I started to go to the gym like every day, which is crazy.
They'll do it
Yeah.
to you. They'll do it to you for sure.
Xander, what about you?
Yeah, I can touch on this for sure. I feel like I've had two of them. I'd say the first one was, yeah, okay, I had two of them that I could really think of. So during COVID, my parents were really strict about me leaving the house. So it was me, Zoe, me, Zach, I think, for a little bit, Zemi, Zoe, whatever. It was just my siblings, and basically I was alone. Like, I mean, every single day, my friends after the third week were all hanging out, my best friends, and they were doing their thing, and the world was moving except for my life. I was not allowed out of the house. Like I was able to go outside and rollerblade, but I was not allowed to make contact with other people. My parents would make me feel guilty if I did because they were high risk. So everybody was scared. I understand where they were coming from, but I was like very frustrated. But I was like, fuck it, like I'm gonna make the best of it. Started reading. I was never a strong reader. I actually disliked reading, but then I got into growth books. Then I got into basketball. Then I got to exercise, and I was thriving being alone. Like I was not alone anymore. I was so with myself, and I loved like the stuff that I was doing to make myself better. And even though my sleep schedule was fucking like a 3-year-old, and I was not focusing so much on school because it was a joke at that point because it was all online. But I mean, I was the best version of myself in the very hard circumstances, and I had friends in the neighborhood I got close to that I would never have gotten close to without them. And I don't know, it was a good spot. And then I went right off to camp, and I got to be counselor and took care of all these kids. And I think I made a positive impact on that. I really want to teach them about like confidence and sticking together. And you don't need to have cliques. Like be as a group as one. I wanted that to be very important for the group, and we had a great year. So I think that was very important to me. Sorry, I just keep spilling. But the second one, which is by far one of the best experiences I've ever had, was I worked for a guy, my mentor. He owns this airplane painting company, and
Steve,
yeah. How do you know?
you used to mention him all the time.
Oh yeah. Really, he made it such a. I should reach out to him again. Made such a big impact in my life. Just everybody that worked there, even Ryan. They were these. I thought I was a hard worker, right? I came back freshman year of college. I was like, I'm the fucking man. I'm a hard worker. I was nothing. I was a fucking loser compared to these people. I mean, he just showed me what hard work really is, and he showed me like being consistent, showing up every day, and I could learn anything. And working with me and being patient and just their mindsets. They were funny, but there was times when we had to really work hard and taught me a lot. And I came to school that next year, that sophomore year, like. One time, Steve told me never tell anybody you work hard, ever. You just do it. Because I would always tell you, like, I'm a hard worker. No, I wasn't.
So what do you say when you're interviewing for a business instead of saying I'm a hard worker? What are the good traits about yourself you say?
I don't know. Just feel like be genuine. Like, for example, like in an interview, they're asking me, I would say I'm very intellectually curious. Like I'm so curious about everything. I want to learn.
Like I'm open to learn.
Yeah, that's all you need to be a good worker. And to be a good businessman, be an owner, you need to want to learn. If you don't want to learn, then see ya. But Steve it was a great. So I went to school that next year, and I just upped it, man, upped it. I knew what I was capable of, and that even though that was manual labor, like fixing planes and painting planes, I translated that to school. And I used it for just like getting up earlier. And I still sleep in here and there. Like I'm human, but. It's all about getting better every day, and that's what I'm trying to do.
So from this story, you learned that to be humble and not just go out there and think you're the best. You want to learn as much as you can.
Yes, I think that is a very good way to dissect it.
And the last story was you took a bad situation on a mindset with my friends are having all this fun without me. but you turned it into focusing on yourself, reading, working out.
ACT.
And
I
doing
studied
what
for
you want to
ACT during that whole time.
Yeah, you
Every
flipped your whole
morning.
mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, it was no means no. My parents were not allowing me to go out, so I was like, fuck, I could sit here and be upset every day, but I didn't know how to play basketball, so I taught myself how to play basketball using Steph Curry's master class. I learned how to shoot, I learned how to dribble, and then I learned how to paint, learned how to play piano. I did a practice test every single morning for like the whole ACT run through for like 4 or 5 weeks. And that made my score jump up like 11 fucking things, just for putting the time in.
So what's your biggest piece of advice for the people who are watching on how to flip that mindset, how to kick ass in life?
I think you hit it on the nail on the head. I think being positive and like you were saying when you were in that room and you knew that your dad was not going to let you get out of it because he knew what was good for you and you changed your mindset. I think that's exactly what it is. Taking a bad situation and accepting it and now trying to find the best case scenario and the best outcome and working towards that. I think that is sometimes all you can do, and that makes or breaks it sometimes.
I totally agree on like how I flipped my mindset in Thailand and how I went from not being through such a hard time, and now that I've been through such a hard time, I really feel like I could do anything. It's just that one thing that pushes you more than anything else, and you could really do anything.
100%.
I think everybody needs that one thing in their life that just hurts them and makes them cry or makes them want to do better.
And most people
Something
will
that
get
pushes
it.
them.
Most people will find it. Everybody reaches the hard parts, and this is
Yeah.
how you deal with them.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of fun talking about these topics today.
Yeah, that was a great conversation. Thank you.
All right. Well, people who are watching, see ya.